It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Okay, so Ventus says, what is the ideal team comp against Nebula-backed Dante with Jet providing critical hits off the start? If both critical hits kick in and dodging doesn't work with such Dante wipes off any team where heroes have less than 700k health. So there's no ideal composition against such a team. So a crit... one of the scary things about Dante... We talk about this all the time. The scary things about Dante, Dante plus attack boost plus critical hit is very scary. It's one of the things that can happen just out of nowhere. What I usually recommend for such teams, there's two main strategies that you can go with, and I think both of them work equally well. You can stack thick bodies with armor artifacts. Okay, and you can go with the dodge. Personally, my favorite strategy is to use Astaroth because of his revive. Okay, Astaroth was with his revive, and Heidi. Okay, see the crit rate for Dante is kind of low with just Sebastian or just Jets. Let's see. The crit rate for Dante with buffs is like 50% if both buffs are active. If the crit buff and Jet's other buff is active. But I think Jet's other buff is a passive, so it's always active, right? So the the use of strictly Dante teams has basically disappeared because Heidi... Since the artifact changes, honestly, Dante has become such a weak... See, I usually hit this guy every week. Dante boosted by Nebula Sebastian. This is exactly the kind of scary team that we worry about. All right. And with this line, we are going to use Chorus instead because of Lara Croft. But she's in 5th position. So if I just use Sebastian... he should ult before my before Lara Croft does her AoE stun, right? Heidi's kind of on an island here. He's not really getting boosted by anybody. Iris obviously is a really hard counter to anybody with dodge. Dodge hero. This team still has a chance to lose. Anytime you have Dante boosted by Nebula with a critical hit bonus hero, you have a chance to just lose. You have a chance to just die. But this team right here, Astaroth, support hero, Heidi, Iris, Dorian, it makes Dante teams that don't have Gus and Orion, honestly, kind of makes you wonder why you're even using them. But, this right here is the better play because Dante doesn't really have as much damage as you need anymore. In 2025, Dante just doesn't have enough damage. Like, you got to rely on getting lucky. You got to rely on getting absolute lucky here in order for that team to win. And without having the bonus of another good combo, Orion, Augustus, I wouldn't do it.